capture the flag.
Hey guys, VG Sav here, and today I want to talk some more positives and negatives about Advanced Warfare. And my video is going to be quite a bit more decisive than my last first impressions video. I don't want to call this first impressions anymore because it's not first impressions, but some actual real positives and negatives of how I feel about Advanced Warfare. And to be honest with you, it's going to be mostly positive. And I'm a little surprised by it myself personally. I'm having a hell of a lot of fun playing this game, and that's going to be positive number one. Whatever's going on in this game, I'm having a ton of fun jumping around and playing capture the flag again. Obviously, something about this game is just a whole heck of a lot of fun. I know that the old tried and true Call of Duty method is usually pretty fun. Ghost kind of destroyed that in my eyes, and Advanced Warfare seems to really be bringing that back. I've really, like I said, I think I mentioned in my last video, I really enjoyed the maps from Black Ops 2, and these maps are very reminiscent of those Black Ops 2 maps. The exception is a lot of times they're more vertical than the maps in Black Ops 2. So they actually seem bigger, I think, than they actually probably are. And I really enjoy those kinds of maps, and so I'm really enjoying the maps in Advanced Warfare. Most of the maps. There are a couple exceptions. So that right there has already kind of touched on two of the positives in my eyes, is the maps, again, for the most part, and the game modes. I actually played some Momentum last night, and that game mode was a ton of fun. I haven't played the 4v4 version yet, but the 6v6 version is just insanity. It's a lot of fun. It kind of reminds me of I forget what the game mode was, where they dropped the crate. I had to pile around and pick up the crate. It's that kind of hectic, but all you're doing is capturing flags. So I can see how it could get on some people's nerves because there's a lot of nading and stuff like that. But the flak jacket really seems to help a lot of that in this game. Other than that, I've played. Actually, the one game mode I don't like, but the uplink, where it's almost like a basketball game. I'm not a big fan of that. But I'm glad the variety's there. Search and Destroy is obviously always fun. Hardpoint is back. Domination, they went back to the old, switching sides in the middle, which I love. So to me, there's a lot of good game modes they brought. They even brought Search and Rescue back. I was not a fan of Search and Rescue, but hey, it's there. So another positive of Advanced Warfare that I think is another reason why I'm having so much fun, especially in public matches, is a lot of the crap, the danger close, and the I don't exactly remember what they're called, but the bouncing Betty type and Claymore type explosives that it gets on everybody's nerves, that should never be included in any Call of Duty ever, are unlocked very, 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 very late in your progression. So nobody's using them because everybody's trying to rank up and then prestige, and so they're just not available to be used until your level. I think the level cap is 50 before your prestige. So until I think they're unlocking at like 47, 48, 49. So nobody has them to use. So they're not really there to get on anybody's nerves. At least I haven't run into any of it yet. I'm sure if I start running into some of that, I might have more of a negative opinion. But as of right now, it just seems like that stuff, even though it's there, it seems like it's not there. So it's not affecting my game. It's not driving me nuts. It's not making me angry. So I'm having a lot of fun because of it. And one last positive before we get into the negatives, but this is actually going to tie into the negative a little bit towards the end, is the overall balance, weapon balance, gun balance, balance of the weapons and the whole weapon system needs and so forth. I think it's really good. I think almost every weapon is pretty well balanced. The sniper rifles aren't overly one-shot crazy, with the exception of one gun, which shoots like, I think it's a 20 millimeter anti-tank rounds or something like that. So that thing's pretty much a one-shot kill no matter where it hits you. But the ADS time on it's ridiculous. The run speed on it is ridiculous. It's actually, I think it's shoulder mounted or shoulder harness, so it's like, it looks ridiculous when you're running around with this big sniper rifle sitting on your shoulder. So I don't really find that thing too overpowered because of the the downfalls of it. But a lot of people might consider that one overpowered just because it is pretty much a one-shot kill no matter where it hits you. The rest of sniper rifles, I mean, I don't know. They almost seem maybe not viable at times because I think the Moors is the only other one-shot kill. And I think you have to hit them in a certain... I mean, I'm pretty sure you have to get headshots for just about any sniper rifle, with the exception of the one I just discussed, to be a one-shot kill. The shotguns seem... I think I've only got killed maybe once or twice by shotguns. There's obviously good areas on just about every map to use them. Maybe just people aren't using them yet, so I can't really attest to whether or not they're balanced or unbalanced. I mean, a shotgun at close range should be a one-shot kill, so if it is, it's not that big of a deal, I guess. So I mean, they don't really seem too off. They don't seem like they have really ridiculous range or anything like that. The submachine guns actually seem rather weak. The assault rifles, for the most part, seem kind of, just regular. There's really nothing special, nothing that really stands out about any of them, with one exception, and that's the BAL. So that's actually going to lead into a negative here, because I think I'm not sure if the BAL is overpowered or the BAL is, or everything else is just underpowered. There's a lot of debate going on around the internet right now. All the competitive guys, every competitive guy is using a BAL, and that's pretty much it. That's all they're really using, because that's the only gun. I mean, it has a ridiculous fire rate. It doesn't have overly ridiculous damage, but because it shoots so fast, it pretty much gets you the quickest time to kill, and it also has, I believe, the best accuracy of most assault. Maybe not the best, but up pretty close to the top of accuracy for its fire rate. So it's kind of like a bullet hose. So I don't know if that thing is, and I'm using it right here so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. So I don't know if that thing's overpowered or everything else is underpowered. So I don't know if everything needs to catch up to that, or the BAL needs to be nerfed a little bit. I like the BAL. I hope they don't nerf it. I hope they bring everything up a little bit. I personally prefer SMGs, and I don't really find any of the SMGs really viable right now. Not that they're unusable. I think they're all pretty much usable. It's just, I think if you want the best time to kill, you use the BAL, and that's it. There's really nothing else to it. I think a BAL will actually outclass a lot of the SMGs in a close range fight, which is really saying something about the BAL, I guess. And my final negative, and really it's only one of two, and it's not something I've really experienced myself. I can attest to just a little bit in certain ways, but and that's connectivity. I personally have not really experienced any real connectivity problems. However, if you look at the ping bars, it generally looks like I'm running, I have a good connection. I mean, I run, I think I have 12 upload or something like that. I mean, it's not fantastic. It's not Google Fiber, but it's good. It's a good connection. And it generally says that my ping is usually in the red bars or sometimes in the middle. It's almost never 4-bar. But I haven't really had any lag issues. I've been hearing a lot of complaints, not even really with the people I play with, but just on the internet and on Twitter about the lag. I'm wondering, personally, the people that I'm reading that are having lag issues have already stated that they're playing on PlayStation. So I'm wondering if that's a PlayStation issue and not an Xbox issue, or if it is an Xbox issue as well. I don't know. I can't really fully attest to any real lag issues. I haven't personally had them. I was playing also last night on like a 5 upload connection, and I really didn't notice anything too funky. I think one time I can say that I got killed while I was around a corner after engaging in a gunfight, and then I made it around the corner and then died, which happened all the time in Ghost, and it so far hasn't really happened to me in this game, with the exception of that one time. So it's a negative because a lot of people are complaining about it, but personally, I haven't seen it to be anything too bad. So anyway, that's my video for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And as always, thank you for watching.
Soldier, return our flag. Enemy dropped our flag. Our flag is back at base. Missile strikes on standby. UAV ready. Friendly missile strikes incoming. Friendly UAV above. Nice work, Sentinel.